you can be dismissive of an issue, but if you casually treat your own politics by saying that it's just a political program, is Congress really failing to grasp the seriousness of what has happened on 22nd?
So, Kartikeya ji, I'm a traveler, and Rahul Gandhi ji has in recent past been in the shoes of a traveler. He's traveled across the country earlier, and he's again traveling across the country. To me, it is one of the biggest university that you can go to is travel around the country and learn firsthand what the people of the country want and how they live. Incidentally, yesterday when the Pran Pratishtha was going on, I was also on a road trip, and across the country, in the smallest of villages, I saw that the Pran Pratishtha is being celebrated locally as well as it was being celebrated in Ayodhya. Every temple was decorated for Pratishtha. Every temple there was a yagna going on, there was a bhajan kirtan going on, there was a bhandara going on, there was absolute jubilation in the environment throughout the country, in the smallest possible. So if you can't read that mood, I don't know what can teach you. So if you're I mean, I would say if you can't read the joy, the happiness, the santosh, as we say in Hindi, that the Janmanas of this country has, uh, because Sri Ram Lalla has now is now in a temple. He was always there. So I won't say he has come. He was always there. He was living in a tent, and now he has a proper temple for him.
And rather, people
So,
can accuse us of discussing in the studio, but
yes,
these visuals don't lie.
Absolutely.
I'm putting them full frame, Things outside, the reality doesn't lie. Let us put these visuals full frame. These are the visuals of Ayodhya. Please don't go by the fact कि व्यवस्था ठीक थी या नहीं थी. मैं ये विजुअल्स केवल इसलिए दिखा रहा हूं कि आप देखिए कि कितने लोग थे. मैं सिर्फ ये विजुअल्स से दिखा रहा हूं. अयोध्या के विजुअल्स हैं. And they have come on their own when the VVIPs have left. Yeah. I mean, so you can be saying this is religiosity, fanning of emotion, but then you can't discount people there, huh, Brijesh?
Kartikeya, I think, till yesterday you could have said that, it's a political program. Till yesterday, if you would have said that, those 7,000 attendants might have attended it out of the fear or favor of the government. But today, this crowd, which is of 3.5 lakh people coming to Ayodhya on their own. And this is not the real story. This is not the full story. The full story is that there was more than 3 lakh more people waiting to enter, and the police had to lathi charge. The police had to stop the movement for 3 to 4 times to ensure that there is better management of crowd and on the temple. This thing. So it's a very clear indicator that if the police allows, you will easily see 1 million plus devotees thronging the prangan of Ram temple. And if this is not an indication, I honestly don't know what is an indication of public mood.
I have also covered Ayodhya. I don't think I have seen so many people. I have not covered Car Seva, but I haven't seen anything like that in my 25 years of reporting. So many people in the city congregating like this. This is morning. These are morning visuals.
And it's nail-biting cold. I mean, it's very cold. People are thronging there on the streets. It's not like, they are VIP so that they are given, special arrangement or something like that. And despite that, lakhs and lakhs of people are there. And this is when the authorities are clamping down and authorities are requesting people with folded hands that please don't come to Ayodhya. Please don't come to Ayodhya. Today, Yogi, the situation was such that the chief minister, Kartikeya, the chief minister was forced to do an aerial survey to take stock of the situation on the ground. This was the fervor, this was the mood on the ground. And if the Prashasan doesn't allow, if the administration says that, that people can come, you can come for a normal visit or deco, I mean, the place won't be able to, have that many people in this smaller place.
Okay. Mr. Nigam, Rahul Gandhi has said it, so it is for him to defend whether it's a political program or not. But do you think that they failed to read the popular pulse, It's like something which Advani used to say, we need to break the splendid isolation. BJP used to say that in 80s. We need to break our splendid isolation. Absolutely. Do you think by doing this, Congress is getting into its own left splendid isolation?
Kartikeya, a politician is supposed to read between the lines. Here we have a politician who can't even read the headlines. And therefore, they have completely missed the essence of India, the soul of Bharat, which is Bhagwan Sri Ram. And this is certainly not about politics. Although the way we see dharma should infuse politics of the righteousness and the sense of responsibilities and duties towards the nation and the people of this country. On the other hand, you have a person who has always lived in his ivory towers, disconnected from the people, the citizens of this country, suddenly getting up and starting his yatras. And his yatras are in mostly in those air-conditioned containers which we saw, getting down before a city, crisscrossing it, and then moving on. So those are not the kind of yatras, and the opposition leaders with whom I have been on debate, they have clearly said this is not the yatra. The yatras that we did to connect the people. And on the other hand, you have a prime minister who has been a pracharak throughout his life, who has traveled length and breadth of this country unknown, understanding people, right from top to the bottom. And he has understood people and the pulse of the people, and he's connected to people. And Bhagwan Shri Ram, it was destined to happen. It was some people recognized it, some people deliberately ignored it at their own cost of their political career or in future also. But the fact remains, the Congress is under the control of, I think, leftist, communist, and so-called Maoist, and always standing with them. The people who think religion is the opium of masses, but always you will see the leftists shaking hands with the Islamists and the Christian missionaries in areas and causing a lot of trouble to the nation.
More than that,
And Congress today is not under the control of the real people. And Pramod Krishna is right so. They've become anti-Hindu while opposing Modi. And that is the crux of the whole problem. In India, you cannot be anti-Sanatani, anti-Hindu. The resurgence has taken place, and as
Mr.
Prime
Mr.
Minister
Mr.
clearly
Nigam,
said,